Tonight, before you go to bed, make an inspection tour of your ice box. How's that Pabst Blue Ribbon supply holding out? Tomorrow morning when your dealer says, "What did you have?" say, "Pabst Blue Ribbon." What else?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hello Harem podcast. I'm your host, Alex Luby, and I'm joined, as always, by the horniest of homies to sail the seven seas, Mr. Anthony Luby and Luke Farnsworth. Gentlemen, how are we doing on this cold, chilly Saturday evening?
I'm actually hot as fuck right now.
I wish. My hands have been numb for the past, 3 hours.
My room was, if you look back here,
I see the window.
my window's slightly cracked, so it's letting in a chilly February breeze.
I should kind of crack mine.
My room was hot.
You know, I could solve this if I just turned my heat on, but I'm not paying that electric bill. Fuck
No.
you.
Wouldn't either. That's why they have hoodies and blankies.
I have $80 for an electric bill for the month. I'll take that. Fuck it.
That's not bad.
I think it was
It's not
60
bad.
the other month or something like that.
I remember
Really?
Eh.
when I was living with Justin. He had his friend over, and he was there for like a month, and he kept the heater on. This was like summer. He kept it on the entire time he was there.
The
And our
heater in the
electric
summer.
bill- yeah, our electric bill was like ridiculous that month. It was fucking crazy.
In
Wasn't he
summer,
from, like... You go first.
He's from
I was
Virginia.
going to say, in summer, I was paying like $140 a month for electric, but it's because I had to have my air conditioning running all
Yeah.
the time.
Because, like, during the summer, you can't just keep the window open.
You can't
No.
like just put on layers or take off layers. It doesn't help.
Yeah. So air's
And-
the really only thing to do.
Even with both my windows open and like 3 fans on, I was sweating so bad because it's humid as hell down here too.
Yeah.
The other thing you can do about humidity is like
Cold air.
conditioning. Yeah, you can't do shit.
Yeah.
No. So that sucks. I'm someone that's very fickle about turning on air and heat, so
Mm-hmm.
having to turn on the air in the summer blows.
Yeah, it does. Because it'd be nice just to use a fan.
Oh yeah, I use a fan until I literally cannot.
Mm-hmm.
And,
That's how it is here.
I couldn't until it was like July or something, and I got into my apartment and my thermostat read 92 degrees, and I said,
Holy
I am
shit.
not doing this.
In your apartment?
Yes,
That's
the
fucking
thermostat
hot.
in my apartment read 92.
Holy shit.
And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. And I shut all my windows and I turned on the air and I kept it at a nice crisp 69 degrees
That's the crispest.
because I am a fully grown adult. And my first thought of what temperature do I want my apartment to be is 69.
If I have the option, I'm changing it to that.
I feel like the common numbers for temperatures are like 68 and 72. Those seem to be like the ones. So 69 is like a perfect middle ground, honestly.
Yeah.
Not
It
70.
seems like you're going for nice and cool.
It just so happens that it's the funny number.
Yeah. The only downside is that my guest bedroom gets really cold for some reason. I
That's
think
awesome.
what I think it is, I think there's a vent in there, but there's nothing like gauging the temperature in there. So whatever temperature is out in this room, and you guys know this room does not have any fucking air control at all.
No, it gets
It's-
bad.
It's always hot even with the air
Yeah.
conditioning on.
Yeah.
So I think it just continues to blow until this room's cooled down, so it never stops.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
bedrooms are fucking freezing cold, and this room's like a fucking sauna.
Yeah, I remember you said that last time we were down there. It just continuously keeps going.
There's like 2 vents right there, and they just
Yeah.
don't do shit. They're not blocked, they're not closed, nothing. They just don't fucking do anything because this room's so big.
Do you think it's because, like, maybe the sliding doors, they don't keep...
No,
Like,
because
airs in
They're
They're
insulated pretty
as-
well. They're
yeah, as I say, as soon as I close that one, my room has been getting considerably, obviously warmer. Like
Oh.
I feel very much warmer than I did when that was open.
my old house, my bedroom didn't get hot or cold. It was whatever was outside. The vent was like, it was there, but it didn't do anything.
Where was the vent in that room?
It was, if you walk in, it's like directly to the right on the floor. I think we usually had like a bed in front of it.
Was it one of those ones that's on the wall?
Like, yeah, it was on the wall, but it was like on the floor.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I know exactly what it was now. I remember. I remember the one in the bathroom. We used to take the grate out of
Yeah,
it.
you could take the grate out, or I would just stand over top. It was in the middle, like it was in front of the toilet in the middle of the floor.
Hmm.
So I would stand over it and just enjoy whatever was coming out.
Front of the toilet?
It was weird, like it
In the
was
center of the floor.
Yeah, just on the floor.
Why? Why
I-
would they do that?
I don't know.
No idea.
Whose design choice is that?
I think the house was built in
24.
was it 24?
I think it was 1924.
Actually, that might be genius. In the winter, when you go to sit down to shit or you go to piss, you just have nice warm tootsies.
Yeah,
I would
That-
take
that
my
was the
blanket
nice
with
part.
me wrapped around and then make sure the heat was going behind the blanket like a little cape fluttering, but with warm air.
I'm insulting it, but I think I would want that if I was nice and cold in the winter or something, and I just stood over that and warmed up my cold tootsies.
Like it looked ugly. It looked terrible. But like the purpose of it was actually pretty good. There were a lot of vents just on the floor in that house. I think there were 3.
I remember 2.
Like were they in random spots or were they by walls?
One of them, the other 2 were by walls, but the
One
bathroom
was
one was the
huge.
worst.
One
The
was
bathroom
like
one's weird.
it was very weird. I remember the one in the dining room by the
Dinette.
French doors.
There was one in the dinette by the secondary bathroom. It was like in the corner, but on the ground.
Oh yeah, it was a weird spot.
Yeah.
So you'd like walk in through the side door, and you'd make a right, and you were in the kitchen. And then there was another room directly straight that didn't have like a door or anything. It was just there were little like outcropping
like an
walls
arch.
that you could tell was another room. That's where like the kitchen, or that's where the pantry was, and next to the pantry was a bathroom. And in that corner where that wall outcropped, in that other room, was a vent. Just in that corner. I'm like, why? That's so strange.
On
there.
the ground.
I never understood the point of ground vents. Like,
I don't
the
either.
Air doesn't go anywhere.
Like I want to see pictures of them.
Ground
Because
vent.
my Nana and Pop Up have a ground vent right next to their door.
On the side door when you walk in.
The back door, yeah. When you walk in directly to your right, there's one on the ground. They have one of those vent covers that pushes all the air out from just going straight up. Because
I've never even noticed.
Yep, I remember because I used to kick that cover by accident. My grandpa would yell at me,
You little asshole.
"What? Put that shit back!" And I'm like, "All right, I guess I didn't mean
Horse's
to.
ass.
Fucking just walking, dude." And
Horse's
he's like,
ass.
Like, put it back right. And I'm like, what do you mean right? I put it back the same way it was.
Yeah, if you look up ground air conditioning vents, old house,
Jeez,
the
what
first picture that comes up is like the one that was in our bathroom. But it wasn't like sharp edges, it was like rounded bars in a square pattern.
What's weird is that ground vent is in the new area of their house that was built in my lifetime.
That is weird. Yeah, isn't that kitchen like an extension?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
So where the threshold is to the kitchen, I don't think it even went past the door to the pantry there. That's all the farther that house used to go. Was about to there.
Mm-hmm.
It was my great grandma's house. That was a little. I want to call it like a dining room, but it wasn't. It was literally just a table, and there were some shelves on either side, and a big window right there.
Like a
that-
dinette. I think that's what it is.
And
I'm
that
gonna
was
look up a dinette.
All the farther that house went was to that dining room table.
That's crazy. Like even just doing extensions on a house, like they have to take out the entire back of that house.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And like, God, I was 4 when my great grandma died. So I barely have many memories of it. I can visualize that kitchen table area. And that's about it. Other than that, like the entire front of the house still looks almost the exact same, just new carpet and stuff.
Did they do the extension like right after she passed?
They bought the house, and then sometime like right out, like not immediately, but as soon as they had the house in their possession, they expanded it because it was just so small. There was no room for everything.
Yeah.
We already had me and my sister, and my uncle. How old is my cousins? Fuck.
The younger ones,
Yeah.
they got to be like 13
James-
or 14, right?
Haley is 16 now, which means Ryan is 14 and James is 12.
I was close.
So she's 16, which means that I was 6 when. No, I was 8 when she was born. So my uncle wasn't looking at that time. I was going to say, I think that there was more kids playing on the way, but by the time they fed that fixed up, I was only like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
It was still a couple years. But my uncle was dating the cunt that he married. And she had 2 kids from 2 other people. So
Got around.
Like they would hang out and everything. So like there was a majority of people when we would do stuff. So the extension got its use.
I mean, it still does whenever we would go up there for like dinner and
Dinners.
lunch. Like,
It
was
still does now too.
a
'cause
table,
fuck,
yeah.
I come home and everyone's like, "Oh, Luke's home. We better all go to Nana Pop-Ups for dinner." I was like, "Fucking, I don't want to see all of you at once all the time. We don't have to hang out all the time, please. This isn't what I want. Just come over on your own volition and say hi to me or something. Like we can
Yeah.
do something with just individuals. We don't all need to be together.
Get the gang back together.
The gang's back together. Now let's all yell at each other for no reason." I'm like, great.
Luke's
this is
in
what I
town. We can
wanted.
all argue.
Make sure to invite Shitter Grandma. Make sure to invite Shitter Grandma.
She's actually been like really good recently. I don't know what's up.
Really? Uh-oh, that's not good.
Since I moved away, my parents are like, "Yeah, she's not really much of a shitter anymore." And I'm like, "All right."
Maybe she just wanted to be a shitter to you.
It wasn't to me. I was the only one she was nice to.
That's weird.
So I think it's just like because I'm gone, she realized that she doesn't have someone on her side, which I was on her side anyway, but like she thought I was.
Mm-hmm.
So now she treats Katie a lot better and everything. And I'm like, you know what? If it gets her treating Taters fine, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah,
Was she the one who made those cookies when we went to Boston?
Yeah.
They were good.
they were good.
They were good.
They were good cookies.
Yep.
I
And then
got to give it up.
that whole fucking bin was supposed to just be for me, right?
That's a lot. Of
I
fucking cookies.
can't eat that many fucking cookies. I came
We ate them all
home,
though.
I went to leave after Christmas and New Year's and everything. She gave me another fucking tin that big of cookies.
Jesus.
And I'm driving back and I look back and look at those cookies and I go, I can't fucking eat all of these. So I got home and my mom's like, "Oh, we'll just take some." And she got 2 big baggies because she put them in the tin, but she didn't put foil over to cover the whole thing. So they would have all gotten stale by the time I got home. So my mom took like maybe a third. I don't think she took half of them. Put them in a bag and then gave the rest to me in a bag. And I was like, I can't fucking eat all these still. This is so many cookies.
I ate so many. My stomach was so fucking mad at me.
I took them to work and had people eat the cookies. I was
Eat
like,
the
I
cookies.
That's smart.
That is.
was like, I can't eat them. I couldn't eat them on my own. So many goddamn cookies. Like 4 dozen cookies for one man.
That's awesome. That's like heaven. For like a day.
Until you
tomorrow-
eat like most of them, and you're like, I shouldn't have eaten all those fucking cookies.
Until you
It's
eat a
heaven.
dozen and a half in one night, and you're like, oh god.
I still have 2.5 dozen.
I'm gonna need
It's-
another gallon of milk.
It's heaven until you realize that you're suffering from success. And you're like, this fucking sucks.
You DJ Khaled IRL.
Me when I'm
Me
DJ Khaled.
even had the sound effects.
Me when I'm me
Another one.
This is a key.
I've been doing that too much recently where like I start stuttering mid thing as a joke and then I can't finish what I'm saying actually, so I just stop.
I've been saying the I thinks a lot.
I think
that
so.
that would be funny, I think.
That would be funny, I think, if you did that, I think.
That's
I
funny
think.
when you end it with I think.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. I think.
I think.
Fucking stupid.
Fucking I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm still like upset that I do that. And then I notice it after I do it. I'm like, I did the thing. I did the Ohio thing.
The no, yeah.
Yeah, the no.
Yeah, the no.
It's like, no, yeah, no. It's
No,
so
yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, no.
The worst is like walking in and out of like bathrooms that the doors are just completely like blocked, so you can't see the person on the other side. And you open up, you go, "Oh,
That's my
I do
favorite.
ope.
I have."
That is the best Ohio thing
Oh
ever.
my god, I ope
Oh.
so much, and it pisses me off.
I do. Like, I've gotten to the point where I say it quietly so I'm not judged.
I'm like, oh,
Oh,
oh.
you
Even
almost
in my head.
accidentally bump into someone, you do the oh.
Like, walking past people, like, in the gym or something, I'll be like, oh.
I should just start like instead of opening, I should just be like, "Watch those horses, buddy," Just out loud.
Watch them horses, buddy.
And there's nothing to do with any, like, similar to horses.
I want to see.
Them dogs are walking there.
Those dogs be walking. I'm gonna look up Ohio slang.
What
Oh
I
my
want to
God.
see.
You're gonna just get like the really shitty memes that have been going
Is,
around.
Like, imagine trying to teach someone who doesn't speak English, and you accidentally say, like, no, yeah, and they're like, what does that mean? So I found this chart real quick. No, yeah is yes. Yeah, no is no. Yeah, no for sure is definitely. Yeah, no, yeah. I'm sorry, but unfortunately the answer is yes. No, yeah, no. Oh no, you've got nothing to worry about. No,
Oh, so
yeah,
it broke
no.
it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Or this one, like, I'm sorry, but unfortunately the answer is yes. So we could have used yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah.
Here's a thing I found. It says 51 signs you're from Ohio.
51.
Should we go down the list?
Are they like, all right, do a quick skim. Are any of them just really shitty recent Ohio memes? Because those aren't really funny anymore. They're just kind of the back rooms and SCPs again.
Number 3 is really funny.
So we,
Okay,
we
we'll
know
do
the
it.
yeah, no, yeah, and the ope.
That you're from the Midwest and or Ohio.
The
at
first
that
one
point.
is wrong, but the third one is funny, so it makes me want to go over a couple.
All right, go for it. I want to know
So
why
number-
the first one's wrong.
Number 1 is that real chili is poured over spaghetti.
Jesus Christ.
That's the first thing on the fucking list.
That is wrong. That is
That-
100%
yeah,
wrong.
Have you guys seen the meme? It was on was it Dank History Memes or something, one of those subreddits. Or it might have been on Pizza Crimes too, but it's like a picture of this guy from a movie. I think it's in black and white, and he's like being held back and he looks really angry. And there's a pizza with someone putting pineapple on it. It's like, this is the first picture of an Italian man seeing someone put pineapple on a pizza.
Yeah.
I feel like if we just replace that pineapple with pizza and
With
instead
chili.
of that put spaghetti, someone dumping chili on it, it has the same effect. It's just a
It
disgrace.
does have the same effect. It's disrespectful to anything that any person in a culinary field has ever witnessed.
Number 2 is you are clear on what a Buckeye exactly is.
The nut.
It's a nut.
It's one of the nuts.
No, it's the chocolate.
You guys know what a
Yeah,
sweet
that's what
gum
it
is?
Yeah.
Sweet gum?
Yeah, so you know the outer shell of the Buckeye, how it has those spikes?
Yeah.
Basically, sweet gum is just the outer shell. There used to be a sweet
Wow.
gum tree down the road, and I was always like, wow, look at all these Buckeyes. And like, those are fucking sweet gums, you idiot.
I know
Yeah.
what xanthan gum is.
The hell is xanthan gum?
That's the shit that makes food spicy.
It makes
Xanthan
what?
gum?
It makes spicy food.
Really,
If you look in-
Xanthan?
If you look in hot sauces, certain hot sauces have xanthan gum in them. XANTHUM.
XANTHUM.
Xanthan gum.
I'm just gonna read the ones that I find funny. So number 3 is the funny one. It says your hometown river is flammable.
Oh yeah, good old Cuyahoga. I wouldn't say that's true.
That's funny.
Yeah. I don't
That is
know many
funny.
other states that have had a river on
Yeah.
fire 14 times. What? makes that river so flammable?
I feel where. I wonder where does it start? Does anyone know? Because if it goes
No.
through like the
Cuyahoga
Cleveland
River.
industrial area, that would make sense.
I mean, if I had the time, I
Probably.
would track it on a map, but
I don't
number
think any of us
seven, number
care.
seven's
I really
pretty
don't.
accurate.
Well,
You often give directions using time measurements as it's 30 minutes outside of Akron.
yeah.
That one's pretty
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I feel
I
attacked.
might
with
not
that
even
one,
say like
actually.
the time. I'll be like, well, how long does it take to get to the place? It's like, oh, it's like driving up to Akron. So you just know.
Yeah, that's what I
You
say.
use time measurements as distances, and distances as time measurements.
There are more orange barrels in your town than people.
Yeah.
Luke, you have very good experience on 8 and 77 north and south.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, 77 south, when you get like just into the Canton Corporation limit, it's so fucked still.
Oh, it's fucked
It's
bad,
so
dude.
bad.
I will say though, down by in southern Ohio, there's no more cones. They're done with the construction down there.
No
At least they
more
were when I drove
cones.
past. They're done down there, man. They finished whatever they did.
Oh, they're starting
Really?
the next project soon.
The next project, which is going to be about 5 miles up.
More cones.
Yay!
And then they're not going to finish that, but they're going to close every exit and start working on those roads in tandem so nothing gets done, but every road's closed, so there's no way to get around.
Yeah, so your drive just sucks.
Your drive is just awful.
Number 14 is very oddly specific. It does not relate to everyone in Ohio, but it's just, I thought I'd point it out. You know someone who knows someone who knows George Clooney and get really annoying during the Ideas of March or the Avengers because you keep pointing out the landmarks.
I have no idea what the fuck that means.
I don't either. Is that
I
a
don't know.
reference?
I don't
A
know.
reference to something?
Why is
Someone's
that?
got like a problem.
Whoever wrote that has a vendetta.
This list kind of sucks because it's like number 19 is you don't see the difference between mayo and Miracle Whip.
I do.
I think most people do. I don't think it's just Ohioans that don't know that they're different.
Now, if you put some cranch in front of me, that's a different story.
Now, is it an Ohio thing to call Miracle Whip mayo? Probably.
I don't even know if I've ever had Miracle Whip.
It's sweet. Like it's a sweeter
It's like a sweeter mayo.
kind of. It has like the consistency of mayo, but it's just a little bit sweeter almost. It's fine. Like I like Miracle Whip. I like mayo too.
I like mayo. I used to like just detest mayo.
I'm
but
not
after-
like some kind of creepy goober.
You can't have Miracle Whip at the mayo section.
What? Miracle Whip? That's not mayo. And then you just start like shitting your pants or something.
Shitting Miracle Whip.
That's what I think Miracle Whip or Miracle Mayo enjoyers think when someone says they have Miracle Whip.
Are there any more funny ones?
No, that list was actually terrible.
That was terrible.
Wow. Number 3 was the only funny one. You know, you're from Ohio when you see a Ford F-150 driving down the interstate and the Dodge Ram cuts them off. You know what I'm saying?
And they both got truck nuts.
They would actually probably both have truck nuts.
This
He
one's
said that-
actually true. So I'm on a Reddit thread now. It is. What are some good Ohio slang terms or words that we pronounce differently than other states? This guy's 3 points here. Dropping the prepositional to be in a sentence, which the sentence would be like, this needs to be fixed. We would just say this needs fixed.
I mean,
It's sort of true.
I
The
feel
next
like
one
I
I
have to
actually
catch myself doing that.
The next one I vibe with. It says affixing possessiveness to proper nouns, e.g., Kroger or Kroger's. Calling it Kroger's.
I fucking hate
Over
that
Kroger.
so goddamn much. My dad does that and it pisses me off.
I
I've
say, like,
never called Kroger
Giant
Kroger.
Eagles. I hear people say giant eagles.
I hear people say that kind of shit all the time. It makes me mad. I'm like, are you just stupid?
you
The
guys-
virtually
did you-
non-existent usage of expressway.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
said- everyone
I
says
say
highway.
The highway. Or just
highway.
hop on 77.
My grandma used to call it the fucking like express roads, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
My ass, they aren't express.
I'm like, that's a highway. I don't know what the fucking express road is.
Luke, did your parents call Acme just clicks?
No,
My parents say clicks. They say you're gonna go
Yeah.
down the road to clicks.
no, my parents never called it clicks. I think they said something about clicks at one point because Acme used to be clicks, right?
Yeah. I wonder
Yeah,
when
they
that
talked
changed.
about how it did. They talked about how it used to be clicks, but they always called it Acme because they just changed with the time, I guess.
Acme
There's a-
rebrand store change. 1992. Announced it would name its 10 click locations as Acme Supercenters.
That's a lot more recent than I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
Because like my parents have always they'll say the certain stores like by their old names, and I'll know what they're talking about, but like they never called it clicks.
You gotta hear this one. So apparently, there's different terms for doing donuts in a car. So this guy, there's 4 in this one. The first one, 90.5% of people say doing donuts. 0.4% of people say doing cookies. And then 0.1% of people say whipping shitties.
I've never heard those before.
I'm going to start exclusively when people start doing donuts. I'm going to exclusively call it whipping shitties.
Remember when the dudes outside your place were whipping shitties?
It was kind of sick. I looked out and there was just a big smoke pile. I'm like, oh, I can't see like the other side of the road, but they were whipping some serious shitties.
These guys are
out
whipping
there.
shitties. Doing
Exclusively.
cookies is kind of funny too. It's
Cookies is like an innocent kid
It
thinking
is.
that they're on something. Whipping shitties is just
Whipping shitties.
Oh my god! If anyone ever sees me doing donuts and they say, "Dude, you're whipping shitties right
dudes
now,"
whipping
I am.
shitties.
It's on site.
You gotta find the 0.1%.
It's on site. They're getting their shit knocked in. Dude, you're whipping shitties out here? How about I fucking whip your ass, dude? I'm gonna kick your dick.
Why do you think Ohio is like such a meme state?
Oh no.
Probably because there's really nothing going on there too crazy.
That's
but
true.
like, it's also a very famous state and popular state at the
Which
same
is
time.
just strange. Like, all right, so let's take like our surrounding states. We have Pennsylvania to the east, and they're
Sucks.
Pennsylvania
Sucks.
sucks. It's terrible.
Sucks.
But they have like Philadelphia. It's a very famous city.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, maybe down south we have West Virginia, and they get made fun of for fucking their siblings. We have
Kentucky.
Who
Or-
gets made fun of for fucking their
their
siblings?
siblings,
Yeah.
and they make good fried chicken. And then to the west,
We've Michigan and Indiana.
Indiana is like arguably just as terrible as Ohio, if not worse. I say.
Indiana might be less interesting than Ohio.
I would say so.
They don't even like. We have a Great Lake. Sure, it's very polluted and gross, but they don't have that. They have what the fuck is in Indiana?
They have the Indy 500. That's the
Okay.
only thing. The only thing I know from Indiana.
Like Michigan's kind of cool. They have
Michigan's cool.
Detroit.
Yeah.
They have the UP,
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids.
They got some
Which
things
is a
going
very-
on.
It's a pretty nice city. Grand
There's
Rapids is a
there's
pretty
another
city.
place in Michigan. The fuck is it?
Is it the sand dunes?
There's that,
'Cause
but
they
there's
have
like a
whole ass
city.
fucking real sand dunes.
Yeah, they do. It's
That's
weird.
crazy. That is so weird.
Oh, what is it?
Michigan is a state that does exist and has weird shit.
Yeah, it really is a state.
I gotta try. It's really bugging me. I don't know the name.
Flint.
No, it's not. They have Flint. That's for
They
sure.
have no water.
Hey, they don't have water.
Yeah, they don't have water. It's the name of a city. It's on the coast of the lake.
Is
You know what it might be? It might be because every single person from Ohio bitches about Ohio.
That is true.
Like, I don't hear many people that are like, I'm from Indiana. Fuck that state. Nobody leaves
I've never heard
Indiana, so
someone say
nobody
that.
bitches about it.
We Ohioans love to bitch about our state.
And we leave
And
because
we
we hate the fucking state. And then we go somewhere else and someone's like, I was thinking about moving to Ohio, and you just look at me like, why?
Fucking sucks, dude.
Why, dude? I'm sorry.
It's something to do with the word harbor, I feel like.
Ann Arbor?
Ann
Arbor?
Arbor. Yeah, Ann Arbor's pretty cool too.
I was about to say, I've heard Ann Arbor's really beautiful.
Yeah.
When you said harbor, I'm like, ain't no bar harbor.
No
Bar
bar harbor.
Ain't no bar harbor, man.
Bar harbor.
I mean, yeah, I think that's what it is that Ohioans leave Ohio, and then they go and bitch about Ohio.
Before we get
Also-
off geography, you can go this route. This might lead to an
I
argument.
was gonna say, I hate that it's Ohioans. It just pisses me off. There's 3 vowels in a row. Fuck
We
that.
Ohioans.
Ohioans.
It's Ohioan. Fuck you. Fuck you, Ohio.
Ohioans.
We're the vowel state.
This is random, but it has to do with our neighbor Pennsylvania.
Oh, jeez.
So, like, you know how where Erie is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it that if you look on a map, Pennsylvania has that little part that just sticks up, separating us from New York? It doesn't belong there.
It's probably a middle finger to Ohio.
It might be, or a big toe.
You. Like Pennsylvania
that's like, why
stepping
does-
on them.
Why has every state got
Doesn't
so
my window,
weird
hold on.
fucking goofy shit going on? Like, Michigan's in 2 different locations.
It is. That's not right.
No, that's weird.
That should be. Isn't it next to Wisconsin up on the UP?
Yep.
Yeah.
It should just be Wisconsin.
Yeah,
That's-
that's weird.
That should just be Wisconsin. If you're separated
I
by that
agree.
much water, fuck you. You're not the same state.
And also,
Yeah, like it's literally the same landmass as Wisconsin, and there is no landmass connecting Michigan to the UP.
how come the East Coast is so fucked up in state shapes? Yet if we go west, we have literal fucking squares.
Also, on the West Coast, there's 3 states that line the entirety of the West Coast.
Yeah, why do they get
Yeah.
huge states? And we get like
And the-
Delaware, Vermont, Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Those aren't
Actually,
states.
Also, who the fuck is from Rhode Island? I've never met a single human being from Rhode Island.
I haven't either.
I haven't either.
I'm starting to
I
think it
don't-
doesn't exist.
I
Don't
think the
it's
East
real.
Coast has 12 or 13 states on the coast.
We got Maine up top.
Maine,
You have a map.
Yeah, Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island,
God, New Hampshire
Connecticut,
existed.
New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida.
God, that's so many fucking states
That
on
is.
one side.
In the west, we got Washington, Oregon, and California.
Hmm
Don't even get me started on Vermont.
Vermont. All those small states should just be one collective.
Technically, it is. It's New England.
What's the New England area?
But that's not the New England state.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it should just be the New England state. Like
Or
they
just
get a
change its
football
name.
team.
Yeah,
they
do.
get a football team for like all 6 states up there.
Mhm.
Why
Just
not
be
just
one
cut out
state
the
then.
middleman?
Just be one. But just be 2 states. Maine can stay.
Maine needs to be its own thing.
Maine needs to be its own thing. Every other shitty ass state that all the douchebags are from can all be one state.
Maine is also pretty fucking big, isn't it?
Maine's huge.
Yeah, Maine's big. That is a big state.
Yeah, we've been there.
I fucking love that
Yeah.
state.
I do love that.
Did a
state
little bit of
lot.
trolling.
A minor amount of tomfoolery.
We messed around.
We didn't find out.
We did not find out.
No.
We fucked around and did not find out in Maine. That was the biggest plus of Maine. That's the only trip we
Yeah.
didn't find out.
Oh, you know what? Before we get into new topics, this is totally random, but I'm on the Our Anime page now. They have Anime Awards 2022 we'll have to judge.
They're probably bad.
Yeah.
Are, they
I
bad? Are
did-
you looking at them?
I took a peek at them, and it was like them versus the Crunchyroll Awards. And they were significantly better. There were far more options. And everyone in the comments basically, it just summed up to like, why does anyone give a shit about the Crunchyroll Awards? They're just a popularity contest. Which I feel like that's the consensus mostly.
Just basing it off this, which is interesting. I'll go just the one topic and then we'll get into other stuff. Their anime of the year had Akebi-chan's Sailor Uniform, Chainsaw Man, Do It Yourself,
yeah.
Licorice
no way.
Recoil. Yeah, Licorice Recoil, Spy Family 1 and 2. Encouragement to climb next summit.
Okay.
Okay, I'm starting to think that this might not be a good
This
one.
might be a
Yeah,
little shady.
Osama ranking, Kaguya-sama, Cyberpunk, and Bocchi the Rock.
So they didn't include. Did you say summertime rendering?
No.
Okay, so they're still a little fucky, and they had what was that? 10 shows.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Is
options.
is that a newer post?
They started January 15th.
Because I saw one back like around January 15th, and I was like, dude, these suck. They were bad.
Yeah.
One was like a show that I'm sure that there was a minority of people that even heard of, and then there was a bunch of other shows that were just the exact same through every category. It's like, you
Ooh.
guys suck at this too.
I saw an interesting thread. You might be able to find it, Tippy. It was what is the worst anime you've ever seen? There were some in there that were interesting.
I was scouting it. Actually, I was going to do that one, but I found... Oh, actually, that's the one I'm on now. Never mind.
It's some people said fucking Chainsaw Man was the worst anime they've ever seen in there.
Chainsaw
What?
Man has a lot of hate.
See that
Like a lot of
I
hate.
said this in when I was doing the video for like new anime coming out that season. I said about Chainsaw Man that I was worried that the hype was too much, because if it did not deliver on that amount of hype, it was just gonna get shit on. And I think we can all agree that it was a good show. Like, we enjoyed watching it. We thought it was fun, but I don't think the hype hurt it really, really bad.
I think the hype hurt it, and I'm not gonna like shit on it. I enjoyed it. I watched every episode, and I enjoyed every single episode, and was excited for it every single week. I feel like I wanted more from what we got.
Yeah.
Because the hype was so much.
Not even because of the hype in specifics. Like, just watching it, I was just kind of like, there's something I felt was missing the whole time, but I couldn't put my finger on what. Something just wasn't right.
Yeah, I was kind of like waiting for like this big thing to happen, but it just never did. Like, I mean, the only reason I knew about the show was from the hype. So my position stands on it from like a hype perspective, because that's all I got. But I didn't get the big thing, and I don't know what that is, what it could have been, but it just wasn't there.
And like, I know Katana Man is the first arc of the manga in general, but like, kind of boring.
A little bit.
Yeah,
He
was-
didn't make a huge presence.
No, and he didn't show up until like episode 7 or something like
Yeah.
that either. And he's supposed to be like the whole first big arc. Like, they spent enough time with backstories, and I appreciated that. I think they did a well job with that. I also just don't personally think Mappa was the studio to do it. Like,
What did you
watching
guys... What did you guys think of She Professed Herself Pupil of the Wise Man?
Oh, that show was mid as fuck.
It was
Okay.
mid.
Okay.
Was
That
it
was
the
like-
worst show I've ever seen? No, but
no,
like,
not even close. But like, that was painfully mid.
yeah,
A lot of people are saying Shield Hero. Like, a lot.
Season 2 was bad.
it was.
I won't deny that. I don't think I would say it's the worst show I've ever seen.
I
though,
wouldn't
still.
say that. Like, it got better after the large turtle man went away.
What about Devil as a Part-Timer?
I love Devil as a part-timer.
I've seen that on here 3 times, actually.
I love Devil as a part-timer. I think they're just kind of wrong.
And then
think
another
they're-
one, this same person mentioned this. He said, your boy Kong Ming was bad.
That
Said it was
dude-
interesting, but it got really boring.
I can agree. I don't even know if it got kind of boring. Like, I enjoyed watching it. It kept me interested. That guy's just on some hot shit.
Yeah.
I mean, like, saying worst show you've ever seen is hard.
Somebody said Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. Part 1 was terrible, and Part 3 isn't going to be any better.
They're just actually
they're
just trying
just
to.
playing
They're
me
just
wrong.
doing it. They're just
they're
doing that to
baiting.
piss people off. They're baiting people into getting karma. That's a karma farm if I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, it's a bit. The Attack on Titan will never end, but like, they're fucking good. They are
Someone
fantastic.
said he ranks Reincarnated as a Sword as a 5.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
no curry for him.
I said it when we talked about it, and I'll say it again. That show was infinitely better than I thought it was going to be.
hmm
I was expecting complete trash, and I found myself so excited to see Fran every single fucking
was
week. It
so
was
happy.
unreal.
Some
It
guy
was-
got a lot of downvotes for saying Love Flops.
Flip Flops was bad.
Yeah,
He got
okay.
15 downvotes.
I saw that. I saw Love Flops in there, and people were like, "It got better as the season went on." I'm like, "No, it didn't. It did not
You
get
guys
any
just
better.
complained about it the whole time.
It
It
sucked.
got worse as it went on.
It was like really not good."
Some guy said Eminence in Shadow.
If he's talking about the first season, yeah, it's pretty bad.
He just
The
said
first
Eminence in Shadow. 29 downvotes.
That's almost over, actually. There's only 2 episodes
Yeah.
left.
Someone said Comey can't communicate because it ended without a season 3 announcement.
That is such a bad reason to hate a show.
Yeah.
I really like the show, but I'm gonna say it's the worst show I've ever seen because it didn't have a season 3 announcement right off the bat.
This is going to piss you off so much. I'm going to read the whole thing. He has negative 15 downvotes. And the comment below it is amazing. Also, I'll read it. He said, 2022 didn't quite have anything stand out quite like X-Arm did last year, so I didn't bother scraping the bottom of the barrel. I know I'll get an outcast for this, but the worst show I tried last year was Shinepost, and the worst I finished was Fabi Niku. Summertime Render comes close to a second.
Is he the guy that left the one fucking comment on a Summertime Rendering where he watched like the first 2 episodes and shit on it?
He might be. His name is Salty145.
He might have been the
so it
Shinepost
makes
guy
sense.
too.
Was he the Shinepost guy?
The
Oh my
Shinepost
god!
dude who left the
Never
book.
mind. I'm not mad at him. I think that's hilarious that we found him. I think
I
we
can't
found our
believe.
man.
I don't understand how someone can watch Summertime Rendering and think like, man, this is really boring and just bad.
Man, this guy's just stupid. Like,
It doesn't make sense to me.
My only problem is that there's
he
obviously
said Higurashi did Summertime Rendering better.
Okay,
No, it didn't. It
No.
definitely did not. You are just stupid and wrong.
He's an idiot.
My whole thing is that the shows obviously have targets. Like you have a target audience for the show. Shinepost has a very specific target audience. Why would you watch it if you do not find yourself to be the target audience?
Yeah.
If you're the guy who goes, man, I love shonen, I love anything actiony, I think I'm gonna pick up Shinepost. Who says that?
You know, I wasn't a big fan of like Love Live, so I'm gonna try Shinepost. Like, what the fuck?
I think idols are a bit weird, so I think I'm gonna pick up Shinepost.
Some guy said My Dress Up Darling was the worst this year. Self-insert cringe anime.
What,
I mean,
The comment below is just no.
what was the comment below the long one you read?
The
You
long
s-
one
yeah,
I
you-
read?
You said the comment below was gold.
the Summertime Rendering bullshit dumbass.
The
Oh, it was
Shinepost one.
Summertime Rendering is one of the best, and he put an asterisk. So he gets an
What he gets.
upvote.
That's what he gets.
Yeah.
Gets an
Roast him.
upvote.
Tell him how it is.
I
Random
did.
Redditor.
Yeah, some guys like complain about My Dress Up Darling. He's like, the MC Gojo was so boring and had no personality. And another person's like, being reserved isn't the same as having no personality.
Also, do you know what characters that have no personality are? Because there's plenty of
There's
shows
a
that have
lot.
that.
Luke, what show was it? The dude got reincarnated. He was really fucking strong. He rescued this cat girl or something, and she followed him for a little bit, and then she got dropped off with the other cat girls, and he went to some village.
Oh, Spirit Chronicles.
Yes, that MC had no personality.
No, he is
had
cookie
none.
cutter as fuck.
Gojo, in comparison, has a much better personality.
Even in like rom-com anime, you can find so many more examples of zero personality characters, and you're gonna say Gojo has none? That's another example of I'm not the target audience, but I watched it anyway for some reason.
It's just hurting, dude. Like, literally, one guy here said Inspector Season 1 sucked. Another guy said Spy Family was the worst.
They're just doing it. I think they're just doing
They
it just
have
to
to
do
be doing
it.
a
There's
bit.
no way.
2022 was awful in general, except for a few shows.
I would say 2022 was a fantastic year.
Okay, this guy has to be doing it for the meme. He has to be. He said Bleach, Mob Psycho 103, Chainsaw Man, My Dress Up Darling, and Licorice Coil, and Bocchi the Rock.
Okay, so the most
He
popular
just chose like
shows.
literally the most popular shows to say.
Yeah.
That's a bit. That is a total
That is a bit.
That's 100% a bit. There's no way it's not. I'm just gonna piss everyone else off on the anime subreddit. Haha.
Let's just see how much hate I can get.
Fucking. God damn it.
Apparently, Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer wasn't that great.
I watched like the first. I somehow managed through 10 episodes, realized it was 24 episodes, and said, I'm not watching any more of this. I thought it'd be funny to watch. It was bad.
The Biscuit Hammer bit is funny. Like, what was the
Luke,
biscuit
someone
That's why
brought
I
one
watched
up of a show that I've been wanting to watch. Science Fell in Love. He said was a huge letdown.
It
The
is
last
not.
episode was.
It is not. I love that fucking show. That is close to a peak rom-com. He's an idiot.
Yeah, I agree.
He's an idiot, and he's also stinky.
He's a stinky idiot.
A stinky idiot.
The very bottom comment on this thread is Rising of Mid Hero. Had to push to get through that slog. I can upvote that.
Rising of the mid hero. I don't even know what I would say the worst show of 2022 is that I watched.
Oh, Finn wants
Worst
him.
show.
Like, I did drop Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, but like I could see a target audience for that, I guess. And I would just say I'm not.
You know what? It honestly, it was probably. Oh, see, I even forget the name. It was the one where they were guns and it sucked.
Oh, Girls Frontline.
Yes.
Girls Frontline, terrible.
That might
That-
actually,
that- I
yeah,
think
no,
that
that
might
is
have been
Could be the
definitely
worst.
like even for the target audience, it was bad.
Yeah, Tip, you
It
didn't even
was-
finish it.
No,
I mean, you
It
made
was
the
bad
right
all
decision.
around.
I was highly disappointed with Arknights too.
Don't worry, we get
Arknights-
season 2 of Arknights though.
Oh,
Great.
jeez.
Aren't you excited, dude? We get a
No.
second season.
Yeah, blast.
I give zero fucks about anything going on in
I
that story,
didn't
but I
either.
will watch
I
the
don't
second
either.
season.
Just the show just looked so good.
it did look great,
good.
but it sucked.
So it
yeah,
makes
it
me
was
mad.
pretty stupid.
It was
It did
terrible.
not. It did not need to look that good to be that bad.
What if
Yeah,
what
like
if
they threw
Ozzy
us in this shit fire that we didn't know what was going on, and they never really fully explain it.
Here's 2 middle fingers to you. Fuck yourself.
Yeah, they just say like, "There's a disease."
That's it.
Okay, that's it.
We're trying to cure it. All right.
Oh no, we're getting attacked by these people. Who are they?
Oh no, grenade launcher kid.
Yeah.
Like,
He died after
Alright.
getting shot in the hand.
she didn't even like shoot him anywhere vital. She literally shot him in the fucking hand, and there were doctors everywhere.
And
Everywhere.
on top of that, dudes were getting the absolute piss beat out of them, and then none of them died.
Yeah.
And what's her name's like? Oh, I can't believe you killed my
Oh yeah, that
brother
one.
lover or whatever the fuck he was.
Even though he
And it's-
tried to kill you.
And it's like he literally was trying to blow up an innocent man. Like a complete literally the equivalent of a civilian. He was
Yeah.
trying to suicide bomb. Would you rather he died and killed someone? Or he just died because he got shot in the hand and he's too weak to fucking man up and not die to a gunshot wound to the hand.
Arknights, more like Midnights.
Am I right?
Because I was asleep when I watched it.
That was a drudge.
It's a slog.
Oh my god.
That was
was like
an
a
interesting little thread there. I think some of them were just baiting. I think others were just. How do I put this lightly?
I thought about rising
Just,
in the mid here.
Touched in the head.
You touched in the head, boy?
Touched in the head.
Rising at the mid hero.
Mid hero.
That was funny.
That's a really funny comment.
I like how it's at the very bottom.
That makes me sad. That's
It is
never.
the last
that's-
comment.
That is not going to get any traction down there. That makes me sad.
Well, I upvoted it, so hopefully it rises in the ranks.
This is I don't. It doesn't have to do with anime, but have you guys seen those threads? It's like Reddit. What is your unpopular opinion? And I think many people have said this before, but if the top-rated comment, say it's like, "I don't like apple pie," and it's got 15,000 upvotes, is that really an unpopular opinion? Or are the unpopular ones the ones all the way at the bottom?
That's a fair point. Well, no, because then it's just a popular, unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'd say overall, still not liking apple pie is an unpopular opinion.
Like, just because there's 15,000 people that agree, there's 300,000 people that disagree.
You know,
I hate when
I
people
also
go
did.
into those threads and they're like, I hate cockroaches. I'm so unpopular. Like, yeah, dude, so does like 90% of the population.
Everyone hates cockroaches.
No, but there's like people who like them, and that's unpopular.
I guarantee, even someone who likes cockroaches, like say this is a cockroach scientist, a biologist, basically just studying cockroaches, and they see one in their house, they're not going to go, oh yeah, they're going to go, okay, get the fuck out, buddy, because they
study
know
you.
they know how much they suck.
Yep.
Or like termites.
I can't wait to have termites infest my
Yeah.
house.
My unpopular opinion, I hate wasps.
I hate wasps.
I don't
I
like when
hate-
pizza gets burned in the oven.
I hate when there's a wasp nest outside of my window and they're like, bzzz. I hate that.
I hate flies.
I hate gnats.
Yeah, I get they're good for the ecosystem, but I still hate them. That's unpopular.
Like, I don't. They're so bad. I hate when my socks are wet. That's just my unpopular opinion.
I'm gonna meet
though.
someone who like doesn't mind wet socks.
You
I
won't.
don't think you ever will.
I wouldn't trust them, to be honest.
I think
I
the
wouldn't either.
only kind of people that you will find that don't mind wet socks are probably children because they're too busy listening to go quick, 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 and that's like
Yeah.
just enough to distract them from the fact that they're wearing wet socks, and that sucks.
That's got to be the worst. Like one of the worst things.
I hate wet socks. Hate
I
'em.
despise wet socks,
Yeah.
especially like when you get your shoes wet too,
Oh,
and so
man.
you're just like it's just like sloshy
Sloshing.
wet into sloshy wet.
Yeah.
I can do like a
that's
wet
the
shirt
worst.
or wet pants, wet hat. Doesn't matter. Wet socks, shoes.
That's the worst.
I hate when I forget my umbrella
And
That's
it's,
unpopular.
it starts raining.
and then it starts raining. I hate when I take my umbrella somewhere and I forget it in my car and then it rains while I'm in the office and I have to walk slightly a little bit outside to get a little bit wet to get back to my car.
Or it'd be like, you're in that thread. It's like, I hate strep throat. And the comment below, it's like, can't believe I had to scroll so far to see this.
Strep throat is the worst.
What an
I hate
unpopular
strep
opinion.
throat.
How do people like this shit?
I get
Uh,
so mad every time I get strep throat.
You know, I want to see the comment that says I like strep throat. That's the one I want to see. Here's unpopular opinion. I enjoy having strep. Like every comment be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Unpopular opinion. I like getting the crab meat out of the red leg.
I like when it tears and you don't really get it all, so you have to put in extra effort to crack the whole shell.
I want to wait for one of those to come around. I'm gonna put that I like strep throat and see what happens.
I really just enjoy strep throat.
I actually enjoy getting it. The little scratchy in my throat. It's satisfying when I get the scratchies.
You get to go, ouch.
And then I don't, and then I don't go to work. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I get free time off school. That's gonna be my goal. I'm gonna watch for that.
Tip,
Do
you
you
wanted
wanna
to
hit us with
talk
that?
about, anime of the week, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then we can get
yeah.
into the Netflix debacle.
I do have that. That is mine, isn't it?
Hmm.
So this week, I guess last week I finished this show. For this week, it is the longest name of an anime that has been on an anime of the week, and it is called World End. What do you do at the end of the world? Are you busy? Will you save us? And that is the name of the show.
World End.
So-
What do you do at the end of the world? Are you busy? Will you save us?
Yes,
That's long.
we good? We got it.
I think we're there.
Almost.
All right. So this is a fantasy anime. It is about not really humanity because humanity's wiped out at this point, but other beings that inhabited Earth have moved to the skies because the Earth's been ravaged by giant creatures, and there are these girls called fairies that can use these special weapons that humans used to use, called, I think they call them Dug weapons or something like that. And our main guy, I forget his name. Give me 1 second.
His name's
Our main boy
Willem. Willem
Willem
Kmetch.
Dafoe.
is given the duty of watching over them while they train to use these swords and go out to fight these giant creatures. Willem, however, is a man that was alive 500 years ago that was frozen in ice and like turned to stone and was unthawed and everything 500 years later and is there to take care of them.
So he's like,
Watching over
well,
everyone.
like, did he wake up like, where the fuck am I?
So I'm trying to think of like if this would be considered a spoiler, but not super. He was the hero 500 years ago that was rising up to try to fight the gods that were creating these giant creatures to destroy humans and kill humans. And it was him and like his heroes party, and when he finally killed like big bad guy's last move was, I'm turning you to stone, and then he turns him to stone, and then he gets like frozen over and shit. And then 500 years later, old wizard man's like doodly do magic and like unpetrifies him, and that's like how he gets 500 years into the future.
All right.
Came out pretty recently too, 2017.
And so he was like living his life, just going around trying to make money however he could, and being the last human alive ever. He was pretty. I'm trying to think of like how to word this because everyone alive is like a beast person. So like furries,
Okay.
like there's
So do they like typically? I would say in most anime where there's like hybrid, they look more human than anything, with like some features.
no, they're anthropomorphic dogs
Okay.
and shit.
What?
Yeah, like he saves a princess who's an anthropomorphic dog. She like barks and shit.
Dog
Ow.
moment.
And so like you're discriminating against if you don't look like, you know, the beast people. And they're like the superior race around. And then he gets a job, and his job is to watch over the fairies and I think they're leprechauns actually. And that's what his job is, and then it goes on from there.
Did you notice how fucking weird the names are in this show?
Yeah.
What are they?
Oh my! Here's one. Let me just spell it out for you. Try and pronounce it. HRQSTNELQ is the last name.
I
or the
can't.
first name.
I cannot.
It's like they took out all the vowels.
Well, because they're all like children of beasts or children of gods, so they don't have conventional names.
They definitely do not.
This is- The only other thing I will say about this show is that it gives you like the plastic memories. It tells you exactly what's going to happen
Oh,
at the
no.
end, and then tries to make you think it's not going to happen, and it still does. So around episode 3, you find out what's going on. You get the skizzy dizzy on the flim flam, and then
Damn.
the whole show's like, "Whoa, we can fix it," and then the final was like, "No, we don't fix it."
Yeah, I like when shows do that, even though it makes me feel terrible.
I do too. The only thing about the show that I don't like was the very, very end. It did the everything is done, like so and so is gone, blah blah blah, and then they do like the or is he, and they like give you a little hint of shit. and
Oh,
all
yeah.
that. I don't like that personally.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did it well though, but I hate that. I think that's annoying for me.
I think if you're gonna do it, just do it.
Just full send, just kill people off. I don't like that. Makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Before we rank it and get on the meal deals, Anthony, you've seen the show Celestial Method, right?
Yes.
Do you remember the main character in that show, like the little alien girl,
Yeah.
Noelle? The main character in this show, Noda Chithali, I think that's her name, looks exactly like her.
Like blue
totally-
hair, little lolly type beat.
Yeah, like exactly.
Makes bare
exactly like-
faces at like
Yeah,
cardboard
she went,
cutouts. Ow.
Yeah, she's like the popular GIF.
She was
Looks
based.
like very very similar.
Are they the same voice actors? That'd be kind of nutty.
I doubt it, because the other character was like a child. This one's like a full grown
Oh.
adult. Luke, what do you give this show, and what's the meal deal?
Well, let's do the rating of like 10 furry tails.
I give it 8 furry tails out of
8
10.
furry
Eight
tails.
furry tales.
Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed this. It's a 12 episode banger of the higher caliber.
Do you think this show would have fit in your sad anime list?
No.
Really?
It wasn't like nearly sad enough for me to be like, it goes there. Like the ending was kind of like, man, that sucks. I was a little down, but I wasn't really like, fuck, man. I'm gonna go stab myself.
I'm gonna go stab myself now.
No, it's not like Plastic Memories where I wanted to slit my wrist
No.
after I watched
That
it.
was pretty bad.
That was bad.
This was just kind of like a bummer. I was just kind of bummed at the end.
So what's the meal deal?
Uh,
Buy one get one, weird ass funky name.
what kind of deal is that? That sucks.
Buy one, get a weird ass funky name.
Get a weird ass fucking name. Hey,
Like Niglotho.
don't you come at my girl Nicolato like that. Buy 37 talismans, get one god sword free.
I guess I can roll with it.
You'd
Are the
have to
gods-
watch it to get it, or do you want me to explain
Is
it to you now?
37 prominent?
No, I just chose a random
Okay.
number. The Doug weapons they use are made out of a bunch of minor talismans that come together to make super powered swords.
Okay. Okay.
So like
Oh.
some of the talismans are, this talisman stops you from stubbing your toe if you walk too close to the kitchen table, and this one doesn't make you slip if you walk on extra slippery ice.
So
But then
if
they come
you're
together and make god swords.
in the kitchen with your sword, and you just happen to slip on slippery ice and are getting ready to go into the table in the kitchen, you won't.
I think they still work as separate talismans, but I don't remember. I think you need to have the talismans completely separated from the sword for them to work that way. There's one that's like, this one you can't get a cold if you have this talisman on you. It's like, all right.
You have this talisman, you cannot get termites in your house, and you will not get strep throat.
Aw, damn it. Now my unpopular opinion's completely ruined.
You know, I really love when I get termites and then strep throat, in that order.
This is an unpopular opinion.
Yeah, termites.
When,
That would be an unpopular opinion. Fuck.
Luke said a term that we say a lot, but I don't know like when we started saying it. When did we start saying 12 episode bangers? Like, man, it's just a 12 episode.
I don't
banger.
know.
Good question. I
12
don't
episode
know.
banger.
I don't like that you brought that to light.
We just watch a couple of 12 episode bangers.
It
About
is.
to watch a 24 episode banger.
It is a high caliber 12 episode. I will say right now I'm watching Izetta the Last Witch. I don't recommend it.
I just started School Live.
Really good.
First
Really
episode,
good.
I was like,
Really sad.
I started watching it, and I remember you talking about it, and I was like, how does this even get like crazy? So I was Googling, I was like, is School Live sad? And then there's a bunch of questions. I'm like, I don't see anything. So I'm watching it, and then the first episode ends. I'm like, oh, there it is. Okay,
Yep,
I can see
there
it
you
now.
I
you
would
go.
like to watch that now. I've been wanting to watch that show for a long time.
Boy, you get like just sucked in for 21 minutes, and you're like, there's no like nothing bad will happen to the school, the live-in school club.
I started speaking of school clubs, I started watching a show called After School Dice Club. I've had this show on my list for a while, and I was like, this looks fun. It's mid. Like, I was like, yeah, it'd just be like wholesome board games. Instead, you just get like a really whiny MC, or not. Like, she was playing a board game, right? So
Yeah.
she goes to this board game store with her one friend that she just made, and apparently like the school council president works at this store, and the manager's like, oh, you brought some friends, let's play a board game. So they sit down to play this board game, and she's losing, of course, because she's never played the board game before, and she starts like crying and they try to make it really sad that she's crying about losing a board game. And then the one friend's like, "Don't worry, I'll help you." And then they win. I was like, this is just overly dramatic when it doesn't need to be. It's a board game, okay? It is a board game where all you do is walk over carpets.
Grow the fuck up.
You don't. And then they were walking in the woods in the first episode. She starts crying. She's like, "We're gonna get lost." I was like, "You're not gonna get lost, okay? Like, you walked for 5 minutes. Why are you crying?" It's more annoying than it is like fun to watch right now. And I'm really sad because I was hoping for something like the show Gamers. Like, that show was fun. After School Dice Club is not that fun.
I have no clue what I'm gonna watch next, but like this show's just sucked, honestly. It looks really pretty, and that's what makes me mad.
I just finished Problem Children from Another World.
How was that? I've been wanting to watch that for a while.
I thought
I
it
had
was
fun.
I liked it. The main character, the boy, is like crazy OP. And I didn't even hate that. I kind of liked it. It really added to his character.
I also kind of like that he was a little bit of a douchebag.
Yeah, I know. I was
Really?
like, yeah,
I
it fit the
enjoyed it.
bill.
Like it was like definitely one of those. This dude knows he's overpowered. He acts overpowered, and he is overpowered, and I'm fine with that. I got what I signed up for.
The rabbit was epic.
Yeah.
Very epic.
Yeah.
There's one like blue-haired ex-demon lord or whatever, and she's really small, but her voice actor is the same one as what the fuck is her name? Alex, Railgun, the one girl who's always like, "Oh, Nesama."
Yeah.
They're the same voice actors, and I'm like, yeah, I love her. She's killer.
If you're looking for a good show to watch, Luke, that's funny, I highly recommend Baka and Test.
I would say New Game.
New Game's fun too, but Baka and Test is like, it's a little older, so there's just kind of like a little touch to it.
It's not even like necessary that I want something funny right now.
But like, it's overall like a good show too.
Yeah.
Like, I know you'll enjoy it.
What sucks?
It could be a good rebound.
What sucks most about Izetta is, it's like an alternate World War II, right? And it's like she's the last witch, blah blah blah. The German Empire is a bunch of dicks, whatever, normal shit. World War II. They're like the German Empire's spies are the best ever, and they're getting like information that nobody's ever said out loud before. Like they're like getting information that nobody has said outside of like a bunker in the middle of the woods. And they're like, our spies found this information. It's like, what spies do you have? I'm like, this is fucking dumb. They just get all of this like goofy ass information out of nowhere. They have like the weirdest technology, and I get like, and I'm trying to just suspend my disbelief. I'm like, it's a fantasy show, whatever. They can do whatever they want. But then they're like, we made like 1 million clones of you. It's like, where the fuck are you getting these resources? I'm like, you're getting these resources and you're not doing anything with them.
Just
And
keeping it.
oh my god, there's just so much just wrong that makes no sense. Like, America's called the United States of Atlanta. I don't know
Nice.
why.
Nice.
They only know Atlanta, Georgia in America, I guess. But they're like, we don't want to get involved with the war. I'm like, all right, that's what America wanted to do in World War II, whatever. And then they're like, Izetta's out there and she just starts like flipping German tanks. It's just like, I just don't want people to invade this. And America's just like, we should invade Germany and then destroy that country the witches. And it's like, who the fuck thinks that way? Who thinks like that?
This sounds like
You're-
the action version of Luminous Witches.
Oh my god, I wish it was Luminous Witches this way. At
The
least then they
United
would
States of
sing.
Atlanta thinks that way, Luke.
United
least then they
States of
would say-
Atlanta.
I'm like, wouldn't your thought be you should help them so that the witch doesn't kick your country's ass? Not, we should defeat Germany and then kill everyone from one country.
I feel like America, like, defeating Germany. They're like, okay, we're gonna invade Britain now.
All right, time. No, it's not even like Britain. It's like a small country. It's like, all right, we did it.
Belgium.
Time to destroy Luxembourg. Like that is,
Well,
that
we
is
didn't
the
even have a
equivalent.
part of the war. We know.
It is like the equivalent of them just mowing down Luxembourg for no reason. Like, I don't get it. I don't like it. It's really annoying. And then they're like, here's the big plot twist. This is the main bad guy. It's actually a witch that was betrayed by these people like 300 years ago. And she's like, I'm mad, so I'm gonna get used by other people to kill you all. It's like, do you think for half a second of what the fuck you're even saying in this show?
No.
Sorry, I had my
gotta
rant.
love it.
I
You gotta
fucking, I
love it.
still have 2 episodes left, and I really don't want to watch them.
You know what? This might be an unpopular opinion. I want your guys' input on this. What do you guys think of Spy Classroom so far?
I don't like it.
It's pretty mid.
I agree.
I
And
was
one thing
watching-
that really upset me with, I think it was the 3rd or 4th episode. So spoiler alert if you're watching Spy Classroom. When they invade that weird industrial place and they're
Yeah.
having the fight between the big bad spy guy, and like they're all defeated, all 7 of them or something.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh no, you defeated all 7 of us." Then out of nowhere, another one climbs out of the backpack and finishes the job. I think that was a very cheap way to like finish that arc. Like you're not introduced to this character at all. You have no fucking idea they exist, and out they come from a backpack and stab the guy. I'm like, that is cheap.
That was pretty fucking dumb.
And then after this master senpai spy guy is dying on the ground, tried to kill the teacher's classmates. He's like, "No, we can work together again, even though you betrayed me already, but we can do it." And then he gets fucking shot. I'm like, this show is not good. I'm like, this is not good.
At first I was like, all right, I can get behind like cute girl spies, whatever. And now all the show is just, hey, there's cute girls in this show.
Yeah, but the
That's
story
it.
fucking sucks.
Like I can watch a show that's stupid like that, but like I'm not gonna call it good.
No.
Yeah, like I'll finish. I'll see where it goes. Maybe it can turn around. But that kind of upset me. How she just crawled out of the backpack.
Like this random girl who we
The
have
backpack-
never
and when
met.
they wore the backpack in, there was no signs of a person. Fitting
They
in
said supplies in reference to that backpack. They said, "Who's going to carry our supplies?" That makes you think like, I don't know, maybe a hammer, some
And they
rope,
also like drop the backpack on the ground.
probably.
there. I was like, what is this, man? This is cheap.
I guess the only
Also-
reference we got was that it was a rather large backpack. So if you didn't see it
Also,
coming,
there
that's
was
on
a
you.
Full-grown girl in there, and they're just
Yeah.
like carrying it around, like
As if
time
it
to
doesn't
sneak-
weigh anything either.
Time to go sneaky in here. Fuck
Like,
you.
yeah, if you got a couple books in there, yeah, it'd be a little heavy. But like, you're putting a human being in there. That's obviously going to weigh you down a lot.
At least 110 pounds in
Yeah.
that backpack, and they're just walking around like there's nothing in there.
Jumping across like pipes and shit.
My ass, dude.
Yeah, Spy Classroom's pretty mid right now.
I was actually thinking that Thursday. I was like, I feel like I'm gonna say I don't like Spy Classroom, and I'm gonna get made fun of because
Yeah, that's kind of why I was like, I hope I don't. I
No,
hope the
you,
fellas don't
you
hate
just-
me for it.
You said what was on everyone's mind, but they were too afraid to say
wanna
it for
say
getting
it.
backlash.
It's not that good.
I've just grown to like. It's not even like I think the show's bad. It's just fucking boring, man.
This show is specifically very boring.
I am falling asleep every episode and like playing on my phone every episode. I'm like, this just sucks.
I know.
Yeah.
And then I'll
So,
look
yeah.
home like, oh, the cute girl is cursed to find bad luck or some shit.
I don't
But
ca-
it's
I-
not
I
a
just
curse.
don't care.
But it's not a curse.
Now, if you give me Tomo-chan,
I'll go
I'm
off.
involved.
I have like my reading glasses on. I've got a glass of wine. I'm
My
there to
phone-
watch Tomo.
My phone is
The
in
incense is
airplane
burning.
mode.
My phone is in my bedroom.
I keep
And
it away.
It's in my bedroom and off, so I can double make sure nobody contacts me while Tomo-chan is on.
I took out the SIM card.
Do not talk to me, Tomo-chan is on.
Give me 23 minutes and I will call you back later.
I also like Kobo a
I
lot.
love Kobo.
Hold
I
on, let me
like
go get my phone real fast.
Uh-oh.
They just grab my. I need to grab it so I know like what I want to bring up.
I gotta see. There's I think there's one more show that's airing this season that I'm like always
'Cause I-
super excited about. Oh, it's Onimai. Even though
I
it's
love
like,
Onimai,
it's
dude.
funny. It is very
Even
funny.
though there's a lot of like drama going on with the localizers for it, I
but
love
like
that show.
it's very fun.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. My life as Inukai-san's dog makes me very
It's
uncomfortable.
it's pretty sus. It
That
is.
show was
it
on
is
it. It was on
pretty
OK Buddy
sus.
Baka today.
I started off and I was like, okay, all right. And then last episode, when it was literally her masturbating herself on his desk, I was like, okay,
It's
this needs to stop.
I said it would be the trash show of the season, and you know it is. It is the trash show of the season. Thank God it's only like 14 minutes.
Yeah, I know it was like half the length of usual.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something.
Did you guys see that post I sent? It was
Uh,
the epic rap battles of history, but it was OK Buddy Baka versus OK Buddy Arsler.
I was in the sauna and I didn't know.
Dude, it was so funny. So, like, instead of any like actual voice saying the verses, they got like Google Translate voice to say it all, and like Peter Griffin shows up. It's like a 2-minute clip, but it is worth the watch. It is so funny. It was random, but I really wanted someone else to watch it.
I'll watch it when we're done here.
Fucking hilarious.
fucking another show I wanted to bring up. Oh,
Is it-
Handyman Saito.
I
love Handyman Saito.
I like Handyman Saito.
I thought that was going to be the shitty isekai of the season. Out of all the shitty isekais, I thought it was going to be the shitty one. No, I fucking love that show.
Bro, my jaw hit the floor when the Roomba showed up.
When the Roomba was there, I was like, what the fuck do you mean there's a Roomba? My favorite part of the entire last episode was when the strength wizard showed up to go into the dungeon with his dragon tooth fucking staff that is literally like 6 times his height, and he gets stuck going in, and instead of doing anything else, he goes, well, I'm not going in. He turns around and leaves.
I like the fucking wizard with dementia. He always forgets his spells, so Saito has to say them so he can remember the what's the word? What am I looking
Enchants.
for? Yeah,
Enchants,
yeah.
Enchantments, whatever.
Incantations.
Yeah. And so Saito memorized every single incantation so that he can finish them when he forgets.
And he always has the fairy like help his back pain so she can heal, but she doesn't do it for free, so he has to pay her every time she does it.
And
It's
you
a
have the
hoot.
paladin, who's just a girl that's self-conscious about a scar she has on her cheek, and that's it.
And she's always in like the full ass armor.
Oh my god! And then they just do like they'll show you like side characters' little fucking shorts, because the whole thing is just like several shorts in
That's what it seems
23
like.
minutes, and it's awesome. I love it. The setup's really nice, but it's just like this is a warrior elf, and this is like this cleric girl, and they're in love but not really. It's like, all right, I guess.
I like when he was in the dungeon. He was trapped down there, and it was him and that one like shaman type guy, and he was eating like these dried nasty potato things, and Saito pulls out these divine looking sandwiches, and he's just like,
cut sandwiches.
mm. It's got a lot of good qualities to it.
It has a lot of charm.
Sounds like it's really funny.
It is pretty funny.
I laugh. I find myself laughing in the episodes. But when they first introduce the power wizard and he shows up and there's like this big ogre and they're like, he's a wizard. He just has a dragon's tooth. And he takes this thing, he goes, boom, and punches it in the head and it dies. And then it cuts back to him. He goes, saying the incantations is too long and I'm lazy. This is faster. Just like that. And that's the end of that entire little skit that they did.
It's a fun take on the isekai.
Mm-hmm.
But still does like a decent story at
Yeah.
the same time.
Like, I'm curious about the characters. I want to see development, and we are getting development.
You do, and you get it fairly quickly.
We just got into the big area with all the where the Roomba originated from.
And the ninja that fell into the shadow of a demon and came back from the demon realm to fall in love with her or something.
I don't fucking know.
Roomba origin
I don't know.
stories.
I have no clue. He's a ninja, and if he steps on your shadow, you freeze, and that's how he kills people. And then one day he stepped on a woman's shadow, and her shadow was actually a portal to the demon realm.
And he got sent to the quicksand dimension.
So he ended up making like really powerful demon friends that can prevent portals from forming or something. And so he steps on her shadow and then kisses her and then falls in love with a witch. That was his story. That was his side
That was
story.
This season is delivering a lot of good shows that I was not expecting I would like as much as I do.
I'm trying to think if there's any that I would recommend you guys actually watching. Campfire Cooking in Another World is actually really fun.
Really?
Yeah, it's very fun.
I like fun shows. I fucking love fun shows.
I wouldn't say that like I think it's fantastic by any means, but I've been having a lot of fun with that. One that I actually really like, two I really like, is Farming Life in Another World. And
I've heard that one's good.
And Endo and Kobayashi Live, the latest on the Tsundere villainess Lizelette.
Man, there's gonna be a lot next season too that I want to watch.
There's a lot next season I want
Like
to watch.
there's way more.
There's a
than
lot
this
of
season.
second seasons next season.
But those are Luke's 3 recommends of the season that are like pretty good and not
Mhm.
as popular as the popular ones from this
Mhm.
season.
Add them to the list. Eventually, I'll get to them. Eventually,
I'm saying if
maybe
you're
it'll
gonna
be one
watch
pretty soon.
any this season, you got to pick up either Tomo-chan, Kubo. Are you watching Onimai?
Mm-mm.
That's a crime. You got to pick up Onimai and Handyman Saito. Those are like they're just a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Shit, tomorrow's D4 DJ Sunday.
I was gonna start that instead of School Live, but I'm like, School Live is next on the
I
list. I'll
should
just
start
do that.
that.
I love D4
I fucking
DJ,
love
dude.
the memes from
The
it.
memes
I
are
get
great.
so goddamn excited every Sunday, and that's like one of the first shows. If that's not out one of the time I'm awake, I watch everything else and hope that it's out by the time I'm
Mhm.
done.
I know I'll like it too because it's just
I
Bang
know.
Dream with DJ.
I fucking adore it, and every song from it is a goddamn banger.
I
Yeah.
enjoy heaters.
They throw out heaters.
Maybe that's what
They
I'll
got-
start once I finish this board game show.
They got that heater on the hip.
Got
They
that.
back in
that
that
gat.
heater though.
Back that heater. I really don't know what the fuck I want to start next, though. I want to start something that's just not bad, man. Just not bad. That's all I want. I want a show that's not gonna make me angry. I should watch Are You Lost?
I'm just
That
gonna
show
say,
was actually pretty fun.
I'm gonna say I'm
it's
gonna
a
throw out
short
New
one.
Game.
New Game would be really good. Are You Lost is 12-minute episodes though.
New Game is also
just-
2 seasons, so if you want to do something short, or New Game's kind of long.
I think I just need to find something that would make a good anime of the week, so I have
Yeah.
time to watch something
Yeah.
longer.
Hmm.
So if I can watch something like this week, that's a good anime of the week for 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, 3 weeks,
Hmm.
3.
then I can watch something longer and actually not worry about it.
Yeah.
The problem is finding that. I'll just watch the real Luminous Witches strike witches.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Apparently it was popular. I think it has like 3 seasons, dude.
Jeez. I don't know if
think
I could do
Strike
3
Witches-
seasons of Luminous Witches Part 2.
There was a show I was going to watch, and it's not on Crunchyroll or anywhere. It's a. Oh, fuck. I'm trying to think of who makes all the merch for it. Rosario Vampire? Rosario to Vampire?
Risotto.
I think it's Rosario.
Vampire.
Rosario plus Vampire. I think it's like Fwa makes a lot of merch for it.
I've
They make
probably
it, they
seen
make
it.
a lot of stuff. It
Mhm.
looks like it's decent, but Crunchyroll like has both seasons, but they're both only in English.
Oh, that sucks.
And I was like, all right, well, let me just see it. And I listened to it for like the first 30 seconds, and it was the most annoying voice I've ever heard in my life. And I was like, no, I'm good.
Can't do it.
Dude's voice was just really annoying. So I said, I'm good, and I have no clue what the hell to watch now.
Yeah.
I could watch My Roommate as a Cat.
That sounds entertaining.
Maybe I'll find something. I'm sure. I've been having fun watching things on my own volition instead of the stupid fucking
Yeah.
choices because I was getting fucked on.
Yeah,
For a long time, I was getting.
that's my favorite way to
fucked on.
watch anime. Is just watch what I want to watch.
The problem is that I don't know what I want to watch because I have 400 shows on my watch list.
Yeah, that's how I am. It takes me a good like 15, 20 minutes to finally decide on
Mhm.
one. Like sometimes they suck,
Which is unfortunate.
sometimes they're bangers. But like I like watching like episode after episode, like 2 or 3 in a row. I find I remember the characters and the story and the plot better that way.
Like
I
what
just
Top
have
10
to
was
be-
just so much fun.
It was. I
Yeah,
have to be like
yeah.
engaged with the show.
Right.
So there's
Yeah.
some shows I watch that even though I like them, I'm just not really engaged with them.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I watched Wataten and then I watched In Another World with my smartphone. Then I watched Maoyu. And I was like, you know what? I'll watch Masamune, and that show just made me angry.
Season 2.
It
Like
better
when I
be
watched
something.
Waiting in the Summer, like I was really engaged with that show. So that was a really fun one.
There's just too many shows, dude.
There's a shit ton.
And I'm trying not to like do anything that's like, oh, everybody's heard of this show.
Mhm.
Blah, blah,
That's
'cause
kind of how I am.
it's not the point of Anime of the Week.
Mm-hmm. Kind of
Anime
hidden
of the Week
gems.
is like the underground, behind the back, reach around bangers.
Yeah.
I already have the one
Those
I'm gonna
ones.
do next week.
Ooh.
School Live.
I think you already did that.
I think I did too. I liked it. I really thoroughly enjoyed that show. And
I
after
liked the first
episode one's
episode.
plot twist, I was like, this is fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know where it's gonna go, but I don't know if I'm looking forward to it because I hope it's not too sad, but I'm looking forward to it.
There's kind of a sad part. Like overall, the entire show is just kind of sad in general because episode
Yeah.
1 shows you what's good, and so like the rest is just kind of plays off from there more or less. Then there's one kind of sad part, I would say.
Mhm.
Well, Tippy, I'm all tapped out.
Yeah. I gotta
am
hit
tapped.
the Walmart before they close.
The wall.
I am tapped out, just like how you guys should tap that like button, comment, and subscribe. Also, ring that bell for notifications and check us out on our social medias, linked in the bio below.
Bing, bing.
Bio.
In the
Linked in our
bio.
bio.
Linked in our bio.
Said Joe marry me.
Do it.
Free podcast.
Free podcast.
I like that yours has devolved more,
Yeah.
more as it goes on.
You should be like really in depth, like guys. We don't charge anything for this podcast, right?
I'm gonna
we just
write,
ask that you
I'll write like a 2-paragraph essay on it.
And then read it out loud.
Yeah.
That's my
Yep.
worst enemy is reading out
We even
loud.
give you guys the PDF in the description to download
Yeah,
this
you
note.
can download the note when I get around to
Upload it.
writing it.
We should like have something auto-generate an entire manuscript of what we say in an episode, and then put that in the podcast. Put that down below.
You know,
It'd actually be really funny.
We might be able to do that in Premiere. Doesn't it have those
think-
Oh,
other
yeah.
caption things?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see how bad it would be. Like,
No, dude, that would probably
Words.
crash your computer
It
trying to
might.
process that.
I'll find
Oh.
something.
Other fun news. Did I say this last week that my computer's dead?
Your new one?
No, the old one.
Oh,
How?
I was like, oh.
No, she's working. I wouldn't be
Okay.
podcasting right now if the old.
Yeah,
the
I'd
other
be
one was
crying.
How did it
probably
die?
not.
What happened?
So I went to turn it on 2 weeks ago, I think. And I got a motherboard error. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. Great. I love when that happens. So I looked up the motherboard error, and every time I looked it up, it was like, well, look on the digital panel on your motherboard and read the numbers and put those in. I was like, it doesn't have that. I'm putting in the beeps that it's giving me because I'm getting a motherboard error, you douches. So after like 20 minutes of Googling, I found it, and it's like, this is a graphics error. I was like, all right, whatever. Fuck me. This computer had enough graphics problems as it
Yeah.
was. Solution: reseat the RAM. It's like, it's a graphics error. Why does the RAM need reseated? So I reseated the RAM, went to turn it on, and now it doesn't turn on. So I was looking into it further, and it's like, if that doesn't work, replace your motherboard or your CPU. So I'm trying to see if someone from work said that he had extra RAM sticks he could give me. And if I put those in, it turns on. All's well that ends well. My RAM was bad. If it doesn't turn on, I have to rebuild the whole computer.
That sucks.
I hope. I mean, maybe. I mean, a motherboard is still an expensive part, but cheaper than a CPU.
Yeah,
But it's a pain in the ass because everything is on it.
I have to
You'd have
rebuild
to-
the whole computer.
Yeah.
So my options will be, if the RAM doesn't work, to rebuild the whole computer with only buying a new motherboard, or rebuild the whole computer buying a new CPU on top of that.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, I'm going for the cheapest CPU.
That's what I would do.
Like an $80 motherboard and like a $170 CPU, because that thing's not
Yeah.
going to run anything crazy. But yeah, that kind of really made me angry.
Yeah, computer problems are probably one of the most agitating
it's-
things in my entire
I
life.
just cleaned. Well, I've been having that issue with my fucking monitor. I have no idea what causes it,
Mhm.
but like, I don't even know how to fix it. If it happens, I give it a couple seconds, I reset, it still goes back, so then I'll power off, power on. It usually fixes it.
I sometimes have the problem where my monitors won't display anything. Like, it usually happens on startup, or if I let my computer sit and decides to go into like sleep mode, I'll like try and activate it again. And my monitors will not show anything, so I have to restart the power strip and then restart the computer to get it back on. So I don't know what that's about, but that's annoying.
I've had my computer performance bogs sometimes, and just randomly.
Really?
Yeah, like I'll go to just open up a YouTube video or something, and then it'll just like bog down dramatically, and I'll notice it, and then it's fine. It just stops. I'm like, thanks, technology.
It's
Yeah,
weird.
computers are
Isn't
fucking
it?
weird.
I'm always like crossing my fingers. I'm like, please don't be anything serious. Please don't be anything
Yeah.
serious.
So while this is a free podcast, you guys should share it so that we can fund new computer parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sweet, guys.
I want a 4090 Ti.
I don't want that,
I
but
don't.
like you can take
That'll
that.
tear my motherboard right out of the screws.
Oh yeah, dude, that thing.
Yeah.
And then it'll melt itself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if you want to help me melt my computer,
and burn my house down.
You burned my house down.
You're committing insurance fraud. No, it was my GPU, I swear.
I swear. Here's my parts list. I need to be reimbursed for
oh
all of these.
shit, he's got a 4090.
Oh fuck! Didn't you read in the description when you bought that,
His dumbass paid $2,000 for a 4090.
and then burned his house down?
Yeah. It says here in your policy, we don't cover 4090 house burnings.
Sorry, we had to add that in light of recent events.
In light of recent events. I hate that terminology, the in light of recent events.
Yeah.
Because it's always something bad.
Yeah.
It's always something awful. In light of recent events, you are no longer allowed to buy the needles at the when you donate semen.
Needles.
We've had too many accidents with sounding.
So we've taken that away.
The
All right,
cum thing.
gamers. Well, everyone, thank you for watching this episode of the Hello Harem podcast. What episode number are we on now?
This will be 129, I think.
Holy shit,
I
we're
think.
almost on 130. That's insane.
It's in that
Almost
area.
to 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. That's even crazier.
If you guys like 3 years, leave a like, comment, subscribe.
3.
Hit the bell button.
3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Hit it 3
that'll
times.
continue to keep you notified, but in
Yeah.
4 years, everybody has to unsubscribe.
In 4 years, you all can unsubscribe.
All right, gamers. Well, that's the end of the episode today. If you found anything interesting, funny, or informative, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to hit that bell button. Hit it 3 times. We would really appreciate it. We will come back at you next week for another episode of the Hello Harem podcast. What kind of kooky things will the group get into next week? Find out next week on the Hello Harem podcast.
Tomorrow morning when your dealer says, what did you have?
Free cherry.
Say, Pabst the Ribbon. What else?